This morning, I've been invited to to see Graham Baverstock in his house because he'd like to give an update of how East Riding Council are still failing to provide him with any care at all. Graham, would you first like to start by giving an update of how things have progressed since you was in hospital last year in 2018?
Yeah. My name is Graham Baverstock. Since I left the hospital on October 2018, it's now a year, Andy, since I've been to bed. I've had one bath in 1 year, and I've not had a change of clothes for 7 months. And my home has been dilapidated, gone downhill. The cobwebs are all over the place, dust all over the place. It's absolutely, the council just hammered me into the ground. And basically, what the council are trying to do is bully me into submission, cohesive control, intimidation. They are ignoring my needs. They want me to accept whatever they want to give me. They've offered me some temporary care, but it's minimum. They've offered me an independent assessment from an independent social worker, yet they told me to the council, the team manager for Bridlington and Wellbeing, that they send me a list, I could pick one. They haven't done that. Basically, everything you do, they manipulate for their own ends. Any evidence that they have, they delete that we don't like. There's no accountability. There's job promotions by various people who get jobs, they get promoted. And basically, I will not give way, regardless.
You was discussing earlier the report you've got on there, Graham. Would you like to highlight some of the points on the report, please?
There are a couple of things I want to say. In an adjudication report, which was signed on 4th of April, but the investigation report wasn't signed until the 10th of April, the report author of this adjudication report, Mr. Robert Parker, stated in his letter, your desired outcomes. Mr. Baverstock would like living care to support him or a care package he feels appropriate meets his needs. He goes on to say that he agrees with the report, some of the recommendations and practice recommendations, which I feel will assist you to meet your stated outcomes. That was 7 months ago. Nothing's happened. He then also goes on to say...
But why has nothing happened, Graham?
Well, because they're too busy trying to manipulate and hide and malign evidence and tamper with evidence to make their own case against me. And saying I'm not cooperating. But my position is, Andy, all the way through this, is that they've cheated me out of my care by lying. They've defrauded me out of my care by deception, right? In fact, so much so, I've reported them to the police, right? Secondly, in the adjudication report of the 4th of April 2019, it says, I'm aware that you've also made further comments regarding decisions that colleagues made in the past before the timescale for this current complaint. These matters will be thoroughly investigated and we will send you a further report in due course. 7 months have gone by, still no further report.
So they're claiming to investigate, and they then claim that we will send you in due course, and they do nothing.
And do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Shameful.
Right. And this is what they're on about. Now, you get, what there is that, you know, I would have gone with an independent assessment, but let me point out to the members of the public, in 2012, the council's own social worker, who is now the manager of the emergency duty team, he did a report in 2012, highlighted what care I needed, the council rejected it. In 2014, I had an independent assessment carried out by a firm called Cartier Brown, the experts of care, and the council rejected that on the grounds they didn't commission it. However, in 2017, the council then got 2 more social workers to do an assessment, who concluded my care needs were 37 hours a week, but the council then rejected that.
But is it correct? Am I correct in understanding, Graham, that they have still to do a current and updated care assessment for, and this has not taken place?
It's not taking place, and it can't take place because there's no trust between me and the council.
But there was a meeting in this very room. I attended it with yourself, 2 police officers from Humberside Police, and your legal representation. And we all agreed in that statement there that the sensible way forward to break any impasse is for East Riding Council just to produce a list of, say, half a dozen independent care assessors. We will accept what these findings are. Please pick one and confirm that you will accept that. We all thought that was reasonable. Why won't the East Riding Council agree to that?
Because they told me 7 weeks ago that they would send me a list. Lynn Froud, the team manager, said she'd send me a list of these independent social workers, and I could pick one and we go from there. Then I get a letter saying they've identified one. Right? So now I said, well, what is the terms of reference to these people you've written to? What have you stated? What have you said? And I don't trust the council one iota.
Totally understandable, because I was rather shocked this morning when I came here that you have played me a recording that East Riding employees are not supporting East Riding. Many people will be absolutely shocked by this. They are supporting you, and I believe you've got a recording up there to confirm this, please.
I want to just play this.
Just play this. Well, so this was on the telephone call to you.
Yeah, this was a telephone
call. And who was this from?
This is on the 22nd of August 2019 from the Interim Services Manager, Safeguarding Adult Services, and he states the following.
You know, I've read the all of the interviews that Liz Hardy did. Obviously, I read the investigation report. So, I mean, it does look, well.
Hang on a minute.
Quite frankly, it looks very dodgy. I think we were quite open about it.
So, you have got this man in charge of all of this admitting that what East Riding have done so far looks dodgy.
Yep.
You've not got your care. Their officers are confirming that it's all dodgy. We've had the police in. We've had your legal representation. I've been here as your advocate. Is it right now? You've also said that the people who've been dealing with this, with your case, have been rewarded with internal promotion at County Hall.
Correct. Lynn Froud was a team manager of Bridlington. She's now been sent to Beverley, a promotion. And Michaela Richardson, who was a senior social worker, is now a team manager.
So these people have been rewarded for incompetence and for failure to do fulfill their legal requirements. To conclude, Graham, what is your current position? What needs to happen?
My current position now is that between me and East Riding Council, I cannot see a way forward. I've just suffered. My physical health has gone downhill very badly. Right? I've not been to bed for a year. I'm living in squalor. I haven't get bathed. And I have to say to the public, when I tell the council I'm going to commit suicide, all they do is run into the police for the police to do welfare checks. So in other words, what the council's doing is saying they want to keep me alive, but they want to keep me alive to abuse me and neglect me, when they know I've only got a few years to live because I'm in heart failure and stroke failure. And this is what they're doing. And the council does not want responsibility for my death. So what they do is book pass it to everybody else, hoping they can resolve the issues, when it's a council. And every time, Andy, I've asked the council a question, they ignore me, they manipulate what's being said, they do not report and record facts clearly. And one more thing I would like to say, in the report, on the investigation report of 2019, which was produced on the April the 10th, 2019, it is also, for the public knowledge should be known, that social workers, one was a team leader, one was a senior social worker, they placed their dissatisfaction on the system, and that evidence was deleted. And secondly, from a multidisciplinary team meeting, they now claim they don't know the purpose of the meeting, and there's no minutes of that meeting recorded. That in itself is incompetency.
Does this not mean also that all of the confidential documents with regards adult care at East Riding could disappear, could be lost?
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, they can't be, for one final reason I want to say, for the viewers and everybody else, I was a victim of serious sexual child abuse many years ago when I was only 14 years of age. Right. In the year 2000, I read all my childcare records in a town hall in Bridlington. In 2007, the council thought they were going to be sued by my solicitors, and then they came up with the excuse, there are no childcare records, they've all gone missing. Right? And they tried to blame Humberside County Council for the loss.
Which disbanded in 1996, and which East Riding Council then take on all legal duty from, but yet you read them in 2000, so that East Riding Council are losing records of child abuse.
Exactly.
Because, surely it's not because it suits them.
Well, it's because they don't want to be brought to book. And the thing about it is, the thing that public need to know, and I want to wrap up on this, is that basically the council have all the legal funds in the world to bully, to threaten, to intimidate. It's not their money they're spending, it's public taxpayers' money they're spending, right? And people like me who's on benefits, who cannot get legal help and have to pay privately, spend all our savings on legal fees trying to get protection. It means now that I don't have enough money to bury me for when I'm dying in a couple of years' time, right, because I'm in severe heart failure. It means that basically, unless you've got financial backing, unless you've got people in the know who've got the funds to take these people on, they are just overriding and basically barraging physically disabled people, right, into submission. And that can't be right.